Ugh. Why is it so hard to edit a 30-second short? Why? Because I'm a perfectionist and it has to be exactly perfect.
When you guys start doing my shorts, I don't have to work. Ever.
Run! Oh god, Big Show,
Bro,
run.
you don't get paid enough to do that.
Do you get paid?
What?
Sadly, this guy respects gems.
Paid to do it?
Your work is to do stuff in the game. Why do you have to do that extra work outside the game?
Just for fun to hear people get mad. And I had a bunch of fans, man. You see this?
How many followers now? I'm almost at 100.
I lost shit to followers and stuff. Got lazy.
I want to stop seeing Echo's TikToks.
Lazy.
There's a hook right behind him. Ready to get shocked? Wait, you gotta farm that fast?
What do you mean that fast? You call me fat?
Did he not see me here or he just didn't care?
A little bit of both, I'm sure.
Why does he want Kate so bad? What did she do?
Do this gen up here and escape. You get a Steam achievement. Whoa.
Ah!
Big Show, do the gen at... Well, you don't have Steam, never mind. Well, you're not on Steam either, never mind.
Xbox and PlayStation have achievement.
They get the achievement too.
What achievement?
You gotta do the top gen. Look at the pterodactyl. Look up above.
Oh, I
Oh,
saw
those are
it.
cool.
Well, it's not a pterodactyl, but it's some creature that looks similar. It's a giant flying bird.
Do you ever
to say
see?
the
I think
least.
it's a special on Netflix. I think it's called Alien Earth or Alien Planet or something like that. And it's like what would alien species look like on other planets. I think it's pretty cool. I like the tetrapods. Those are my favorite. Oops.
Come on, man. Hit your skill checks.
I'm trying.
It's easy. It's just a doctor. Yeah, I don't believe in aliens.
Oh my god, how can you not? Especially if you believe in God. You think he really wouldn't create other things? With all his omnipotence?
Not aliens.
Ah! Why not?
I just don't think he chose to do that. Not that he couldn't.
So
You're telling me
all
if
the
you had-
planets were the only ones that ever-
Right? That's what I'm saying. You're telling me he
Why
wouldn't
not?
create other
Why
things
not?
for shits and giggles?
Why not?
That makes sense to me.
Why
I have no
not?
argument for it. That just doesn't make sense to me. It wouldn't logically make sense to me.
Why doesn't it
as-
logically make sense?
As a god, I would
Because
absolutely create other
you
species.
can, there's just no way.
Why not though?
There's just no way.
Why?
Why would he only create us when he has the entire
I don't believe in
universe?
any of that either, though. It's just something that happens. I don't know how anything got created. It's apparently bang or whatever the fuck.
See, I believe in the Big Bang.
But-
That's what I believe.
but-
The Big Bang defies all the laws of known science.
The literal black holes can define laws of science. For
Defy.
me personally, it's a bit of I believe in the Big Bang, and then I believe that there is some other existential entities.
But you know that
like-
the Big Bang is a religion.
And then I follow the religion of science.
But it's not science because it goes against what we know about science. Energy can neither be created
Created or
nor
destroyed.
destroyed.
I want you to know from the bottom of my heart.
So if you think
It's fun to believe in things, and I absolutely believe in aliens. I believe in ghosts. I believe in other gods and goddesses and everything because life is so short and the space is so infinite. You know, like our belief can't be the only thing. There's got to be more. That's what's so exciting, is the idea to get to explore space. Like I can tell you right now, if I was ever given the opportunity to be a voyager towards Mars, to be somebody that's going to colonize the planet, I absolutely would. Fuck all of you guys. I love you guys, but I will go to Mars and I will live my Martian life. It's just so exciting.
Mars doesn't have the conditions to support human life.
That's why you're going there to colonize it.
So how are you going to change the atmosphere?
That's where, so they have shown that they're going to do it like almost like greenhouses and make it like tons of pods, greenhouses, and attachments. So essentially nobody would ever be able to go outside and breathe outside.
And you think that's logical?
You'd be able to live inside of buildings. Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds pretty claustrophobic if you ask me.
Yeah, imagine not being able to go outside ever.
There's a lot of people that are.
And then what? What if like this greenhouse thing, you know, cracks? Like there's got to be people building it and maintaining it, and they're gonna have to build it in some kind of.
Die. The thing is, like tsunamis happen. That's a natural effect. Tsunamis happen right now, and they could wipe a lot of us out.
Yeah, but we're talking about not having the atmosphere to sustain life to begin with.
It'll be sustained inside a greenhouse.
It's like saying you can go and live under the water, and technically you can go live in a submarine, but how practical is that?
Very, for science.
To live your entire life like under the water?
Yeah, you absolutely could.
Okay, so we're gonna make a bet here, okay? If we get the opportunity, Trolling, me, you, Dinner Time, and Jay are gonna live in a submarine for a month straight.
Nah, it's okay. But if you think about this, like what's scientific about thinking that a dot the size of a period on a page contained all the matter in the universe and somehow got hot enough that it exploded and created everything that you see in the known universe?
About as logical as believing in Sky Daddy, whom you've never seen.
Well, what is Sky Daddy?
Your
He's
God.
referring to God.
So Sky Daddy is a creator god that created the entire universe.
Yeah, but how logical is it that somebody that looks like a human created everything from nothing?
Well, who said that God looks like a human?
We are created in God's image. Literally the Bible.
Okay, so what the Bible says is that God came to earth in the form of a human, which was Jesus. So he made himself a human being to come to the earth and basically condescend to become a man.
And made us in his image.
But do you like, if you think of God and you picture like some man in the sky, like
if I'm thinking of God, I imagine, this is gonna sound so odd, but like I imagine like a white light that has veins everywhere that just connects through everything. But again, I don't believe in God the same way you believe in God. Like God to me is going to be a different God from you. Yes, it's still God that you're thinking of, but not in the same way you're thinking of them.
Not a personal God, like just some kind of like universal energy, some
exactly
that really
energy is.
In other words, there's no personal attributes as far as like God doesn't love you, God doesn't care about you.
Correct. It's just
God didn't make you special and have a purpose for your life. And in other words, like nobody really matters. We're all just some kind of like freak accident with no purpose.
We're just a speck of dust floating in space. What you make of your life is entirely yours.
So why not just waste it playing video games, basically?
I am.
At least we're being consistent, right?
Trolling, you think you're starting an argument, but in reality, we're agreeing with you.
Well, I'm not starting an argument. I try to take things to their logical. I start with the premise and try to follow that to its logical conclusion. And to me, it's not logical that a dot exploded and created the entire universe and everything that we see. It goes against all science as we know it.
Wow. He's trying to kill me that entire game. We're talking about that.
Looking like Slender Man. Oh fuck! I tried to turn around and see his face. Oh, he left.
It's the Chatterer.
Ew.
Hey, bet you can't run up to that building with me and back.
Wait, that's not the Chatterer, is it?
I'm gonna go grab some more coffee. BRB.
That's a doctor. Chatterer is Pinhead.
Don't hit me.
Are you gonna let him kill you?
Trolling. No, I'm doing the obstacle course. Look, I got this.
I think he's gonna kill you.
No, he won't kill me. He's friendly.
I don't think so. He's trying to kill me all game.
I think he's gonna kill you. Anyway, I want to get out for my Steam achievement, so hopefully I can find where the gates are again. Oh, there it is. You forgot to jump in the locker for the obstacle course.
Oh.
Gotta do it 20 times.
Okay.
Count it.
That's 2.
5. 6.
You're like 1 behind.
Oh, you're dead.
Died.
He didn't let you do it 20 times. You got to go back and finish it.
Yeah, you gotta go back and finish. Slenderman!
You're not gonna make it now. Never be able to do the 20 volts.
Yeah, bro, you gotta get all the way back up and go back to that locker.
Well, let's look at a logical perspective, okay? If that exploded, and this is what we are right now, that was a sick and
He just wants us to leave. He wants us to leave. He said, no, alright, I'm leaving.
I'm just gonna stick it out and be like, well, if we're dying, we're dying.
He said no, he didn't want you to die.
Oh.
He wanted the one that got away. Did I double pip on that? Wow. Look at that. We brought it to the logical conclusion. A double pip.
So here's the scary thing, right? If I found out for sure there was no God, but my energy went somewhere, I'd be living a completely different lifestyle.
Like? Serial killer.
No, not that at all.
Then like what?
I don't know. Just
I'm
knowing, like, I'd still be an extremely nice guy, just, I don't know. That'd really just mess up my perception on things, on, like, how I should function as a human being if there was no God.
Well, everything revolves around a person's worldview. You know, whether you believe in God or not, it changes your entire worldview of how you view the world, people, things in it, morals, right and wrong, your purpose, like everything. It all is rooted in your worldview, which is why it's such a sensitive subject for so many people, because if you question their beliefs, you're literally questioning their worldview, their entire existence, what they believe about who they are, and everything else. So it would definitely change you depending on what you believe.
What?
What you believe about, like, where you came from, whether there's a God, whether you just miraculously evolved out of slime over billions of years by random chance mutation.
Yep, random chance, and now you get to exist. And what you do with your existence.
Yeah, it's like the Ninja Turtles. They came about because somebody spilled ooze down a sewer and they mutated and they have no real purpose.
What came first, though? The chicken or the egg?
Except to fight crime. But still, there's no purpose because...
It would have been the chicken that would have came first. And then evolved a way to lay an egg that had a hard shell.
Well, no, the chicken would have come first, and God designed the chicken to lay the egg to reproduce more chickens. Because the chicken would not be able to evolve over millions of years to lay eggs if it couldn't lay eggs to begin with. You're saying the one chicken would have to turn into 2 chickens somehow and live for millions of years to evolve the whole system of being able to lay an egg. It's another reason. It's another reason why evolution doesn't make any sense, because there's no intermediate species between like a human and, they'll claim, you know, humans and apes or
Neanderthals.
Yeah, but all that stuff's been proven to be false. It's all been proven to be like hoaxes and bones mixed together to create things that never existed, or like it's either full ape or it's full human. So all that stuff has been proven wrong, but they still put it in the museums and they still teach it in the science books. You know, like they'll say dinosaurs evolved into birds, and they'll use an argument saying Archaeopteryx, but all that stuff's been proven wrong. They just don't.
100% believe a chicken absolutely was at one point a reptilian feathered species.
Yeah, but that's just, you're choosing to believe that because you were taught that. You would have never came to that conclusion on your own. You were taught that.
I can tell you right now, if I didn't see dinosaur bones, I never would have thought about them. Nobody would have. You hear these things, you learn these things. And then from there, you can draw your own conclusions.
Well, you're not drawing your own conclusions. You're drawing the conclusions of what people taught, what people say. Like, they teach this stuff in schools, and they teach it on the Discovery Channel, the History Channel. They teach it in like National Geographic and all that stuff. We don't realize how much we're really programmed to think of these things.
It's fun.
Yeah,
Thinking about evolving. Oh, that's super fun.
But if you really analyze it, there's not.
Humans already evolved though? What are you talking about?
Well, evolution.
Humans have already evolved and changed the way what they form, bones they form, certain things.
Exactly. There's different races. Like, if we didn't evolve, we wouldn't have evolved into different races.
I hear that. I just mean like.
Well,
I don't remember the exact science behind it. I remember saying it before. There's certain things that we don't have anymore that we used to have.
You're talking about
the tailbone.
You're talking about vestigial organs, but all that stuff's not true either.
But then how are some people getting it removed from their body because they don't fucking work anymore?
Well, because
appendages right off the back. You don't fucking need them anymore.
Well, certain things you can live without. Like, okay, you can cut off your hand and you'll still live, but that doesn't mean your hand was useless, that you didn't, like, you could live without it, but does that mean that it didn't have a function?
Your appendix was believed to have the function
to use our hands for some reason. If we didn't make things for our hands anymore, then yeah, that probably would happen. Resume. But we use our hands all the time, daily.
Yeah, but see, but all that stuff about vestigial organs is not true. Like, the appendix is part of the immune system. You can live without it, but you don't want to. You don't want to live without it. And
yes, you do. It'll kill you.
How will it kill you?
Your appendix bursts and it kills you.
Well, anything could kill you. You could have a heart attack and it'll kill you. But you know what I'm saying? Like, the tailbone doesn't mean we actually had a tail. It's not like some.
Take the fun out of the idea of thinking about evolution and the what ifs. Like, that shit's so fun.
Well, I take the fun out of it because.
Yeah.
Well, because I think there's a bigger picture happening.
What's the bigger picture if you can't evolve towards the bigger
well
picture?
That's the thing. Evolution is a religion of humanism. It's the religion that says man is slowly evolving into a god, and so what it is a religion that eliminates God. And there's the danger in eliminating God is that if there is a God and you're choosing something that's not true, you know, and let's say, for instance, the Bible is true and there is heaven and hell. Mm-hmm. It's like your whole life depends on it. So depends on being right.
Here's the thing. Let's say you don't believe in God, so you don't believe in heaven or hell, and God does exist. What's he going to do? Send you to hell? You don't believe in it, so it wouldn't exist to you. So you would go there.
Okay, so that's like
exist.
That's like me saying That's like me standing on the train tracks, putting headphones, earbuds in my ears, blindfolding myself and saying, I don't believe in trains, and therefore a train will never...
Is there. The train is physical. Other people can physically see the train. Like, you know the train
Well, it's not there yet. Like, it's not there. Right now I'm just standing on empty tracks, so I don't see it, and therefore I don't believe in it. And I can just cover my ears and cover my eyes and say that because I don't believe in the train, it's never going to hit me. That's the equivalent of saying, I don't believe in God, so God's never going to judge me.
Here's the thing. Would you genuinely believe in a God that allowed so much tragedy to befall his children just because he decided he didn't want to be bothered with his own creations?
Well, who said that that's the case?
Well, because if he cared, he would intervene, and he doesn't.
Intervene how?
By stopping the tragedies that would happen. By changing the... Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so by stopping the tragedies, or in other words, by judging sin, because like, let's say a tragedy is somebody breaks into your home and robs you or hurts you or whatever, worst case scenario, rapes and kills you or your family. Like, this is sin. And this is like injustice. So if God were to stop it and intervene and put an end to all of the sin in the world, right? Let's say he would judge all sin in the world and judge it righteously and punish it. There wouldn't be any survivors.
Why wouldn't there be survivors?
Because we're all sinners.
Are we all sinners? I can tell you right now. I was not a sinner until I was a child. And then shit happened. So if a baby dies, is that baby automatically a sinner because it was born?
It gets pretty deep on that point.
Well, the thing is, the child is born with a sin nature.
Why is it born with a sin nature? The child has committed no sins.
Because the seed came from a man, and sin is passed down. Like, we're all cursed.
So if your dad is a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit? That doesn't sound fair. Imagine judging somebody.
No, we're all cursed with the sin nature. We're all born into sin. So basically the Bible puts it this way: there is none righteous, no, not one, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of God.
Oh, he put me downstairs. What a dick. Here's the thing. A baby is not born with any type of sin. That thing's innocent and pure-hearted to life. As a child, I didn't need the Bible to tell me to be a good person. I was just always a good person. And that sounds so like ridiculous of me to say, but I was just genuinely a happy, fun, loving person as a child. And then when I was introduced to religion, because my mom introduced me to religion, I'd questioned the pastor one time, and then I got in trouble for questioning the pastor. I was like, how come babies get punished if they haven't done anything? He said, because they're sinners. And I said, why is a baby sin? Is it because they are greedy for milk? And they shouldn't be greedy for milk. I'm like, what?
Well, I mean, just because a pastor says something doesn't mean it's so, and you're not wrong for questioning a pastor. You're not wrong for questioning anybody. You're not wrong for questioning God. But if you're questioning God in a way that's like, God, I really want to know these things, like, it doesn't make sense to me, please open my eyes and show me, that's like legitimately questioning God. But if you're just like, well, you know, how could you be good if this or that, and not, you're not good, and like that's accusing God. It's like a different kind of questioning. So like, so babies would not, like, let's say a newborn baby died in a car accident. That baby's not going to hell.
No, it's based on, was it Catholicism and Christianity? If the baby doesn't have if the baby's not baptized, then it just stays in purgatory.
but that's Catholicism. That's honestly, if you want my thoughts on Catholicism, I would say Catholicism is essentially
a bunch of bullshit.
Satanism. It's a imposter form of Christianity. But baptism has nothing to do with a person's salvation, according to the Bible. So like, let's say like the thief on the cross, for instance, was on the cross with Jesus and he looked at Jesus and he said, remember me when you enter into your kingdom. And Jesus said to him, this day you'll be with me in paradise. And then he died on the cross, but he never had a chance to get baptized. But what sends a person to hell is like when they openly reject Jesus for the final time. So like, for instance, anybody that's still alive can still be saved. Anybody that's still breathing can still be saved. But it's a matter of rejecting God for the last time. Like, God knows when it's the last time, and it's just, we don't know when that is. So somebody could live their whole life and be like 99 years old, be the most, you know, the strictest atheist and God hater and everything like that. But then on their deathbed, they say, you know, Jesus, save me. I was wrong. I want to be saved. I'm a sinner, and you died on the cross for me. I want to be saved. And God will save them. Like that. That's how easy it is for anyone to be saved. They just need to turn to Jesus and want to be saved.
I've seen the sins of this God, what he's let happen to the earth. I'm good. I'll just...
But what you're doing right now, what you're doing is actually judging God. You're putting yourself in the place of God and judging. And
I will judge him. I will look him in the eyes and demand him to answer the question of why he would allow such sins and tragedies to befall his children for almost no reason other than it just happens and he allows it. I'm good. I will cease to exist. My energy will go back into the universe, and I just won't have another life. It's perfectly fine with me.
Well, maybe there are reasons for the suffering that you're not aware of.
No child should have any suffering.
Well, that's an argument that people have and that people will say, but I think there are answers for it. It's just, if you don't want the answers, you won't get them. Like, if if you've made your judgment, if you just said, like, God, when I die, you're going to stand before me and I'm going to judge you for what kind of God you were. I don't know. The Bible says that every knee will bow to Jesus and every tongue will confess that he's Lord, whether they want to or not. That's what it says in the end.
So he's going to force confessions.
Well, basically the way I see it is that everyone that willingly bowed down to Jesus and humbled themselves in this life and said yes will go to heaven, and everyone that made the final decision to reject him will go to hell. But before they go to hell, they will fall down and acknowledge that Jesus is God. That's what it says. Now, I can't say because that hasn't happened, but...
So here's the thing. When it comes to the devil, okay, so you're going to hell, why would Satan punish you for disobeying the God that he himself disobeyed?
Because he wants
Satan doesn't punish you.
God will send you to hell where Satan reigns.
Satan doesn't reign in hell. That's the misconception.
That's true. There's 7 devils that do.
No, there's no devils that reign in. There's no devils that reign in hell. According to the Bible, the hell was created for the devil and his angels. They will be tormented in hell, as will anybody that's there, and that I would imagine that they would be tormented to the greatest degree. The misconception is that hell is the devil's dwelling place and he's ruling and reigning there, and why would I want to be in heaven with a bunch of holier than thou Jesus freaks? I'd rather go to hell and party it up with all my friends and where the rock and roll is and all that stuff. But it's not like that. The devil's not even in hell right now. The devil's on this earth right now, deceiving people, trying to lead people to hell, which is another reason why I'm adamantly against the teaching of evolution, because I believe it's a great deception that teaches people that there is no God. And it's all ultimately Satan's plan. Is all Satan wants to do is bring as many people down to hell with him, because he can't do anything to God. He doesn't have the power to do anything to God. The only way he can hurt God is by hurting God's creation and the people that God loves, by trying to mislead them on a path that will lead them to hell.
Pretty cool way to put that.
Well, I mean...
Pretty much it's like this. Hey, I'm losing really bad at life since my life sucks horribly. I'm going to drown you down, drag you down with, because I just want you to suffer.
Well, the devil's fate is already sealed. Like, he's already gonna be... And the interesting thing is, if you read in Revelation, God himself doesn't even throw the devil in hell. He sends an angel, I think it's the angel Michael, the archangel Michael, to bind the devil and cast him in hell. So the devil's not even the strongest of the angels. And, you know, in the end, there's this big uprising and revolt against God, and Jesus just speaks their destruction. It's not even like a war. He just gives the word, and they're consumed. So there's this whole big misconception that it's like God versus the devil, and the devil is equal power, and it's the battle of good and evil and all that, but it's not.
You see, for what I was taught was different from what you were taught, trolling.
I was.
But let me say one other thing though. The devil probably doesn't even know you personally. Like the devil himself is probably not even messing with you, because the devil's not omnipresent. He's not everywhere at once. Like God is. God knows everything and is everywhere at the same time, which I can't explain or relate to, but the devil's not like that. He's probably in the highest of powers. Like he's influencing people probably like in the United Nations and the president and the people that are actually in power, like, you know,
motherfucker should influence me.
Well,
me up top.
But the ones,
You're too lazy to be in power. He gives you control, and you'd be like, all right.
But there are demons. There are demons and other devils, and those. Well, I'm talking about like the fallen angels. Those would definitely. There would be some that would definitely be like trying to influence your life and all that. But the devil himself personally has got like bigger, better things to do. You know, so like the idea of like, oh, the devil made me do it or something. Well, I mean, the devil probably isn't even bothering with me or you. He's trying to do other things like create the new world order and such. Is that a spirit? Oh, it's a ghost face.
Oh,
Speak of the devil.
Daddy. And he shall appear. You know, Prophet, I think one of the movies you would genuinely love is As Above, So Below.
Never heard of it.
Oh my God, that is a good movie. That is a good movie. That would be a good movie for Prophet.
But you see, like, so when you're talking about like imagination and evolution and the fun and all that stuff, I'm not really a big sci-fi person.
Have evolution in it or anything. It's like, oh God, it's good. Biblically, it's good. Like I feel like you would genuinely love As Above, So Below.
I feel like reality is so twisted and crazy that it's like no fiction or sci-fi can really compare to the insanity that is already in reality, you know?
Have you ever read Dante's Inferno? Or The Divine Comedy?
No, but Dante's Inferno would be something where you would get like the 7 layers of hell and all that stuff, and so he would claim that like he's been to hell and back and all that stuff, which again is not true, because what the Bible says is there's nobody that goes to hell is coming back. So nobody's been to hell and came back.
Oops.
I was looking at you. How are you gonna expose me when I was looking at you?
I think you would just genuinely enjoy.
He's coming. Whoever's on this gen, careful. Ghost face.
Oh
You don't see when you see someone running by, you know.
Oh, it scared me.
If I wasn't me and Chase, I would have just hopped on the gen with you.
It's okay. I'm just a little scaredy cat.
Nah, truth be told, I wanted him to get you instead of me. And I was like, oh, she's over here on the show.
I was almost done with my
so
So you were leading him to me. Prophet, how could you?
No, you just happened to be the way I was running. If I was really leading him to you, I wouldn't have tried to warn you. I'd have been like, la-di-da, so you don't believe in God, eh? Surprise, mother lover.
Wait, where are you? Oh, there you are.
Karma. Meet the Grim Reaper. I'm scared. Where is he?
No, but now I'm stressing out. I have to pee.
I still want my cream soda on ice.
Oh, vanilla cream soda is the best. Is there a perfect one?
I'll just go right back on this chin. He's preoccupied.
You can't have that cream soda without a touch of Uncle Steve.
You
Without
gotta
a
have it
what?
with some whiskey. Cream soda with whiskey, perfection.
I grabbed some from the store the other day, but they only are sold in like 4-packs, I think. So I think I have one left. But I'm like, why don't they sell those in bigger packs? Do people
the
not...
whiskey colas?
No, they're just cream soda. It's just... I don't know.
Wait,
it tastes really good.
You can get vanilla cream soda, like Coke cream soda. They sell that in a 12-pack.
All right, he's on Kate number 4. Kate number 3.
I'm sad I can't be a Kate.
It's okay.
No, it's not. I'm an ugly Nia.
What's wrong with being ugly?
It's rough. This is gonna sound so fucked up, but like as a girl, I love being the prettier one in the relationship, like the better looking one. I will always try to date an ugly man. They're my favorite. Because they're ugly, so they have to have good personalities. And that's what's gonna hold over in the long run. Somebody that can make me laugh with a great personality, you can be ugly, it's perfectly fine. I don't mind being the attractive one.
I used to be good looking, but I'm kind of ugly now.
Wait, why? What happened?
Trolling. You do
Just
realize
get older.
Oh, that's what you mean. No. You don't get uglier because you get older. Prophet, what the fuck is that?
Get older, heavier, balder.
That's literally none of that's gonna make you ugly. You can age like fine wine, and what comes with getting balder, guys, that's gonna happen to guys. That's some women even bald too, and if that's the case, if you're concerned about that, you can always like get a toupee. You can shave it, or you can do like the derma. You can do like a derma roller and rosemary hair oil.
Transplants
will help you. Yeah, you can do that too. So being bald is not.
But it's so kind of like vain to care about your hair that much that you would actually spend thousands of dollars to get transplants or.
I would absolutely. Like if I had cancer or something and I had to lose all my hair, I'd just get a wig. Fuck it. I really wouldn't care that much. If I felt like I needed to have the transplant, sure, but I'd just have wigs.
I've just been rocking the bald head lately, but I always used to periodically shave my head. I was never the type of person that got haircuts. Like I would just let my hair grow crazy long like a rock star, and then when it would get so long it was annoying, I would just shave it bald and then start all over.
Yikes. That's why.
You guys having fun with Reaper over there?
No.
The
You
Grim
didn't
Reaper.
even care about me, dude. What did you do, Jay? Jay, what the fuck did you do?
Help me.
I am. I'm gonna come save you. Give me
Oh, you're getting face camped.
Oh, is he? Oh no.
All right, hit him again. Hit him again. All right, smack him again. One more time. Wait. Get his attention. Go drop that pallet. Smack him again. Surprise, mother lover. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, no. Wait, what'd you do? Oh, you got hit.
Oh, run. But here's the thing.
Surprise.
I guarantee you other women also think the same way I do. The exact same way. All of my friends, we all go for ugly guys. Ugly guys have great personalities and they're willing to work harder in the relationship.
I don't know, man. In South Florida, I don't know what it is, but it seems like all the girls are very vain.
Stay away from the Miami area.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even too close to Miami, they're all like Instagram models and they're all about...
Here's the thing, you can be ugly as fuck. If you have money, no worries.
I know, right? That's the other thing.
Who's behind me?
See, I just don't care. Fuck a girl. Useless.
See, that's where it's like, again, for me, I don't mind being the pretty.
I mean, honestly,
money is one thing, but if you can keep me laughing, if you can keep me entertained, I don't give a fuck that you're ugly. Overweight, ugly, doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me one bit. I like to be the prettier one.
yeah, but a guy that's with you is going to have to deal with you getting supported by all these other guys that are going to send you money.
Oh, absolutely. But you'd have to be perfectly confident in yourself. I can make you feel comfortable. I can reassure you. I can give you access to my phone. At the end of the day, these people that pay me, I don't have feelings for them. I have a emotional detachment to where I don't comprehend love the same way other people do. I can understand that you should feel love, but I can't actually comprehend full love. So somebody with me would have to understand I can love you, but there wouldn't be love for you. I can take care of you. I can cook for you. I can clean for you. I can do everything for you. That is me showing you that this is what somebody would do because that's how they love them. I can't comprehend certain emotions. Like when it comes to feeling sad during sad moments, I understand I should be sad, but a lot of times I can't feel those things. So the person with me would have to understand that I could give them total control of every one of my accounts to make them feel confident and comfortable in themselves. I can reassure them, I'll do everything, but I can't actually love you. I can give you love, but I can't love you. Does that make sense?
So you have antisocial personality disorder, characteristics.
I've never been diagnosed with anything like that. My therapist has always told me that I have a detachment issue, but I've never gone to get fully diagnosed for any of those things. So for me, the person with me would have to be comfortable understanding that that's something I do. I selfie pics, I do things like that, and I do have to entertain some of these people by talking to them, but I'd always give my partner full access to every social media I had. They can always read over my messages. I want my partner to feel comfortable with everything. But if they interfere with my way of income, they better be willing to pay for my lifestyle. If you cannot pay for my lifestyle, then you do not get to interfere, and then you need to understand that maybe I'm not the partner for you, and I will wish you the best and hoping that you find somebody that meets every requirement that you have for love or, comfortability. But if you are not able to fund the lifestyle that I can fund for myself right now, you can't tell me how to control my income. And that is surprisingly very fine with a lot of people.
You heal me? Oh.
Yes, I can.
Who got hooked and saved?
I'm not sure.
I did.
Yeah, so you basically need a certain kind of person that's going to be able to just be on the same page with that.
Yes, they would have to be understanding of my emotional detachments and be okay with that. Because again, I can take care of you in every way that you want. Cook, clean, sew. I can even work, I'll provide. I'll go half and half on income. But you need to understand, I emotionally cannot feel certain things. And you need to be comfortable with that. And again, if you have any problems with how I get my income, you yourself would need to fund my lifestyle. And if you cannot fund my lifestyle, you cannot have a say.
Wait. What if that person wants you to be a stay-at-home mom? Like, they want to have kids, though.
Then they're funding my lifestyle, and that's fine.
But they want you to have kids.
I would give them anything because they are funding my lifestyle. I don't have to work, which means I'd be able to have more mental capacity to handle my child. I'll give them a child.
Or you could just put your child in daycare and have more time to play DBD.
No, absolutely
Who died
not.
on the hook?
Big Show.
Right.
No, absolutely not. No, if I have a kid, I'm gonna homeschool. I don't agree with a lot of the things that they teach people in schools nowadays.
Neither do I.
Don't want my child exposed to that. So if my partner said, I will fund your lifestyle and give you a allowance to spend however you want to, as long as you be a stay-at-home mother and housewife, then that's fine. And then from there, I would raise my child at home as a stay-at-home child until about middle school or just the start of high school, because at that point my child would need to have better interactions and communicative skills with other people. But at least from the age of infancy to teenage, I could mold them and help them understand that just because somebody says something or just because somebody acts a certain way, don't follow them. Peer pressure should never bother you, because I didn't fall for peer pressure, but that's because I just didn't care for other people's opinions, which is why it's so easy for me to do what I'm doing now. So I would instill that in my child to have a strong sense of self and self-worth, to not fall for peer pressure. But again, I would only have a child if my partner was like, I will fund your lifestyle, be a stay-at-home mom, and then that'd be perfectly fine. And then once my kid's at school, I would have cleaned the whole house, I would have cooked all the meals, and then I would stay my happy ass right in front of my computer the whole day until my kid got home, and then I'd handle my kid. But at that point, they're a teenager and probably wouldn't want to hang out with mom as much.
Wait, but if it goes ass backwards and go, Mom, I'll play Dead by Daylight with you.
Oh, I'd love it. I would allow my child to have a computer inside their room. Like, what I would personally do for a kid is I would give them the bunk bed that has the opening for the little office underneath. And that's what I would do for them. So it'd be like their own little world.
That's cool. That's cool.
And then also, and this is what makes me sound crazy, and I've been told I'm crazy, is like, if my partner, I'm perfectly comfortable how I look, because I know I look good. I love the way I look. I love putting on wigs. I love doing my makeup. I love changing my style. If my partner told me he liked a certain look and would like it if I would do that, I would do that and not even feel anything. I wouldn't ever judge that. But I've spoken to some of my girlfriends, and they sit there and they will have other varying opinions on that. But again, I can't comprehend why they would feel that way if that's their partner. But again, I can also understand that my way of thinking is different from other people's. So things like that. So again, I may not be able to fully comprehend all emotions, but I can understand that I should act a certain way, speak a certain way, do things a certain way in situations that involve those emotions or those thought processes, those situations.
So, let's say you're out in public and someone spills ice cream on you by accident. How are you going to handle that?
Punch him in the face.
No, Jesus, no, that's reactive. I would first want to understand, like, did they trip and then the ice cream hit me? Because if they tripped, I'd be like, hey, are you okay?
You know what I would do? I would just eliminate them as the weaker species for the better cause of evolution.
And you lose your food, then exactly. No.
So I would just contribute to the progression of the human race according to evolution and just eliminate all the weaker species, assuming the law allowed me to do such. Otherwise,
that'd just be great.
No, battle royale every day. No, listen. If somebody was to be walking near me and then they trip and their food falls onto me, I would make sure that they were okay. And then it would suck, but I would have them either see if they couldn't reimburse me, and if they couldn't, but they were genuinely sorry, then I would let it go, because it's whatever. It's just clothes. Okay. Clothes can be bought. But they did it on purpose.
No, scenario number 2 now. Scenario number 2, they're walking out and the sun was coming down way too hot and it melted off and it landed on you. How would you handle it then?
Why'd this lobby
If they apologized, I would let it go.
What happened to your lobby?
Big Show, what'd you do?
I didn't do anything. Okay, so let's third scenario. What if they just walked up to you and they just tried shoving it in your face because they wanted you to try their ice cream, but something was wrong with them?
If they physically, sorry, I switched to Big Show's thing because I thought that's what we were doing.
Well, scenario 4, I leave this conversation and go get a cream soda. Let me know how it goes.
If somebody came at me and forced something onto me, I would charge them for assault, and then I'd just take their money.